In Gaza, warnings ahead of airstrikes are a cornerstone of Israel's narrative, portraying its relentless military operations as measured and humane. Israeli officials say their strikes target Hamas fighters and infrastructure, often claiming that civilians are warned beforehand. But on the ground, the reality for more than 2 million people living in the Strip is brutally different. Minna Aqil was asleep in her family's 4-story home when an Israeli missile blew it apart in the middle of the night.
I'm the sole survivor in my family. Israel targeted our house without warning. They killed my parents and siblings. My grandmother is taking care of me now. I was sleeping when the attack happened, and I found myself in the hospital later.
One tactic widely used by the Israeli military is a so-called roof-knocking strike, where a small explosive is dropped as a warning ahead of an attack. Palestinians say this method creates panic, making evacuations dangerous and chaotic.
The vast majority of attacks were carried out without warning. In some cases, the military dropped drone missiles on building rooftops to warn people. This causes significant damage, which is a stark violation of international law.
Rescue workers say the high number of civilians being targeted and killed show Israel's so-called warnings are a form of propaganda.
Israeli forces usually target humanitarian zones and homes. They sometimes use missiles as a warning for civilians. These attacks lead to a sharp increase in the humanitarian toll. In other cases, they target densely populated areas without warning.
Many who survive Israel's attacks are left traumatized.
This is all that remains of a neighborhood that was struck without any warning. The lack of safe zones means that even when these warnings are issued, civilians are effectively trapped with no chance of survival at all. Tareq, Azzoum, Al Jazeera, Deir, el-Balah, Palestine.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.